I may need a third one, hang on. No, never mind.
Having been past 10 o'clock, we'll call to order the Policy and Governance. Notice the meeting was properly posted June 13th. Entertain a motion to approve the minutes from June 1st.
Is Mr. Davidson joining us?
I heard he's between here and the coffee pot. Second, motion second to approve minutes. All those in favor say aye. Aye. And just for help Karen get on with her day, I'll jump down to item 7, discussion and possible action regarding selection of June employees of the month. Karen.
Good morning. There have been 3 people submitted for consideration for June 22 for Employees of the Month, option A, B, and C. And you have a copy of those with you.
Well, I know I have to do option B, and then if you want to select A or C, that's up to you. All right, I make a motion for employee A, employee B to be moved forward to the Board of County Commissioners for Employee of the Month.
Thank you.
All right, motion second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All right, well, item 2, we'll go with discussion and possible action regarding policies, processes, procedures, planning, oversight, administration of ARPA funding, grant funding, and state and federal funds identified with the censure, and it's all yours.
Hey, good morning. I don't know that I have any updates on this action item. If we want to go straight into the proposals.
Item 3, project status report. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and good morning. And before we go into the proposals, I prepared some brief remarks here to provide some context around our analysis and our methodology and how we got to where we are in this moment. So bear with me for a moment. To date, we have largely focused on identifying opportunities within county government which may be eligible for the county's fiscal recovery fund allocation. We met with the representatives across county departments and elected offices to brief them on the guidance and the process. We have brainstormed and talked through their ideas, how those may or may not be eligible. And as they have formally submitted proposals into our system, we have begun assessing their eligibility against the text of the final rule guidance provided by U.S. Treasury. Many of those proposals have led our analysis into some of the more ambiguous corners of the final rule guidance, where there's some room for interpretation. As we know, Treasury is not pre-approving any projects or expenditures, which inherently places spending decisions at some degree of risk. In some cases, it is a clear-cut yes or no. In others, it is a very conditional likely or unlikely. And the risk is real. For example, we are seeing CARES Act audits coming to light now, which reveal how some jurisdictions misspent their allocations or were otherwise out of compliance. Over the last several weeks, our team has been performing due diligence with proposals received so far to mitigate the risk to the county. We are checking guidance details and compliance requirements, comparing against what other jurisdictions are reporting, and consulting with our internal network of teams who offer insights from experience navigating these rules with their own government clients. We have found common grievance and frustration in the final rules ambiguity, and as a result, a common preference for a more cautious interpretation. In other words, they are staying well within the confines of what the final rule enumerates as eligible and avoiding anything else. As you will see in a moment, our analysis so far indicates which way each proposal is leaning along two factors. How likely is the proposal to be eligible according to the final rule text? And how do we have the supporting material required to be in compliance? In many cases, continued investigation and collaboration with departments will be required to reach sufficient answers. For these, we ask the committee to consider the analysis provided now and to provide direction on whether or not to pursue these answers given the initial risk assessment. So without further ado, we'll get into the report. So just some high-level updates at the front. What we're looking at today is all proposals submitted as of 6/9, that was last Thursday, through the internal county web form. We've completed the initial eligibility analysis for nearly all the proposals. There are a few exceptions that you'll see. Proposal analysis is currently being prioritized according to the potential impact to previous or current fiscal year budget cycles. And we've grouped them as such in our ordering today. So that's how we'll go through it. We've received some premium pay proposals from departments. However, we've noted that we're waiting on further guidance on how to best distribute that. And then of the 41 proposals that that have been submitted, 30 appear to be eligible, totaling around $115 million. And of those, 11 are considered to be in the priority group, totaling about $42 million, with a couple big asterisks there. That we're anticipating this number will come down as we work through the details of how they're proportioned. All right, with that, Danny's gonna walk us through the proposals.
Motion and second, 5-minute recess. We will return at 10:15. Aye.